Hello, I'm Paul Peterson, your host for today's edition of Aging Well in LA. As you know, we are a visible part of the City of Los Angeles' Department of Aging, a group of caring people I have been working with for more than 8 years. Now, what you may not know is that these folks at the Department of Aging not only talk the talk, they walk the walk, particularly during the holiday season. I want to tell you about Project CARE, a program created by and run by our city's employees. Just take a look here. This is a small fraction of gifts that will be going to our city's elderly population. Project CARE partners city workers with members of our large and growing senior community who may sign up at any one of our senior centers. Basically, an employee adopts a senior and shares both companionship and gift-giving during a season that can be difficult for our elders. The dedication of the people who make Project CARE work is really something to behold. Today I want to give you a glimpse of the program that touches seniors in a real and meaningful way. So please stay tuned to Aging Well in LA. I'm visiting with my friend, Laura Trejo, the General Manager of the Department of Aging. Laura, tell me about this Project CARE. It sounds wonderful.
Yes, we're very proud of Project CARE. It's really a labor of love on behalf of city employees and partners in the corporate sector and our multi-purpose senior centers throughout the city. It's really one of those things that you do because it matters to you as a human being to give back to seniors. And oftentimes we forget about older adults in the holidays and how lonely it can be and how much joy you can bring to someone's life. So Project CARE really is, I think, the best of us in serving the community.
How long ago did this program get started?
It wasn't supposed to be a program. It was actually an activity for our staff here at the department. You know, we work every day trying to serve older adults, and it's what we do, and we always want to give back. And so one of our senior centers had this program where they were trying to collect gifts for needy seniors, and so we said, we'll help you. As a result of that, I saw the tremendous joy that the staff here at the department had when they engaged in the gift giving to the seniors, and we said, you know, we need to do that again next year. Okay, and so one of our staff people who was here at that time said, you know, I don't think we should do it for just those seniors over at that center. Why can't we do it everywhere? So we reached out to the senior center and we said, can we borrow your program, you know, description and how you've done it so we can model it throughout the city? And they said, of course. Generosity again. And our staff person, we went from the original 35, then we went to like 300. And, you know, this year, which is almost 5 years later, we're at nearly 1,400 seniors being matched with 1,400 city employees who fulfill the list.
One of the special features about this program that I just love is it's not just about the desires of our seniors, but their needs. And sometimes it can be simple and elemental things like a blanket.
You know, the program really, the way that we've conceptualized it is designed for very low income, very in need seniors. Mm-hmm. This is a wonderful way of remembering and honoring them and celebrating the holidays, but it's also, we don't forget that part of it is that we're trying to provide essential goods for them. So we've created, by consulting with our peers, our care managers, kind of the most commonly needed items by the clients they serve. So the client is asked by their care manager, what would you like? And so they actually have choices to give the secret Santa, as it were, an opportunity to have choices when they're buying the gift. What we found, you know, which is one of those wonderful, joyous surprises, is that our employees actually fulfill the entire list. It was supposed to be to give them choices. Now we have people buying 8 or 10 gifts for the senior, and the seniors are just overwhelmed with joy to receive them. So it's one of those, you know, we walk around very, very happy at the end of the year here. This community really does care. You know, Los Angeles is a city of the angels, and so we are very fortunate to have many, many thousands of angels who basically without a lot of prodding come out very quickly to say, here we are. I can tell you this program has grown dramatically in such a short period of time that it's really been just an overwhelmingly wonderful thing, and we're very proud of it.
Project CARE is doing good things. Thanks so much for taking the time to visit with us. Welcome back to Aging Well in LA. Now I want you to see what Project CARE looks like. We're talking with Mariela Frary. Welcome, welcome to our show.
Welcome to the Department of Aging.
You've got such a smile on your face, but how could you not in a room like this?
I know, it's fantastic.
It really is. Now, how long have you been involved with Project CARE?
I've been involved in this wonderful project for 4 years.
Wow. Now, were you dragged into this, or is it something that you said, wait, I want to volunteer for that?
Not at all. As I had just arrived to the department, and I was approached to be a sponsor, and I fell in love with it that very second.
And
so I took over.
Good for you. That's the way it works. You give it to the person who's the busiest and can do the most. Now, how do you get partnered with an individual senior? Is that something where they sign up for the program?
Well, what we do is we identify seniors that are our clients from the 16 different multiple centers that the city, that the Department of Aging administers.
Right.
The core of Project CARE is actually participants in the EARS program, Emergency Alert Response System.
Right.
That is the safety device that summons police, fire, and paramedics in case of an emergency.
Right.
What we know as I've fallen and I can't get up.
Right, exactly.
So we have at this time approximately 750 seniors that are participants in that particular program that automatically become enrolled in this particular project. Not all of them agree. I believe from the EARS program, almost 600 of them have agreed to go and enroll to do Project CARE.
One of the things I think is so interesting about this is the seniors themselves can express their needs or their desires. I know at Christmas time I'm saying, look, I need T-shirts and I need socks.
Yes.
Now, do the seniors, are they able to say, look, I need something simple?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We approach the EARS participants, and then after that, we approach any seniors that are any of our clients in our centers, and we give them a list, and we ask them, what is it that they need and what is it that they want?
Right.
And it's very special because this particular program, as opposed to any other, is personalized. It's about Lucille, who's 94, who right now needs cleaning supplies, who's on a fixed income and cannot
afford them, right. And let me give you an idea what that looks like. Now, if people say, who would give a broom? But if that's what the senior needs, this is what they need, a broom and a dustpan.
Yes, absolutely. As I was sharing with you earlier, we get these. This is the broom and dustpan, and we have dozens of them. And at a certain point, I was getting frustrated because these are very difficult to wrap.
Oh, yeah.
But this is what they need.
Right, I understand.
And we make it happen.
City employees go out and do they do the shopping on their own and find the very things? Because you told me that somebody here actually picked up 12 or 15 gifts.
Absolutely. Our list includes something about, I can't recall, maybe 50 items.
Right.
But they're just ideas for the sponsor to be able to shop. So some seniors, we advise seniors to select multiple items.
Right.
There is no minimum, or there is no maximum either. And it's to help the sponsor. It just so happens to be my Toyota sponsors were, they were a little gung-ho about it. They got everything in every single list. So I have seniors with 12, 13, up to 15 gifts.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
But even if it's something as simple as a blanket to stay warm during a chilly season, it's important. Well, God bless you, Mariela,
Why,
for
thank you.
doing this work. I can see why you have a smile on your face. This is good
Thank you.
stuff. Thank you. We're here at the DWP offices downtown Los Angeles and talking with the Assistant General Manager of Customer Service, Sharon Grove, correct?
Great, yes.
Great.
Good
It's
to meet
nice
you.
to see you.
Thank
and
you.
such an
Good to be-
important point to make that the commitment that DWP has made to the Project CARE goes from employees to upper management, of which you are part.
Right, we are committed all the way through the department for this program. We're part of the community, and so we care about all of our customers, and especially our seniors. Where at this time of year, they sometimes need a little more help. So we've done this for years. We love the program. We actually have an overabundance of volunteers for this program. And every year we are able to connect with, this year, over 250 seniors we were able to connect with.
That's fantastic. And you personally adopted a senior.
I did. I adopted Margaret. She's 96 years old. She wanted a lot of things on her list. I went running around this past weekend to get her some gifts. I went to kind of a funny story. I went to Best Buy because one of the things on her list was classic movies. And so I went around and asked the people at Best Buy, where is your classic movie section? They said, well, we really don't have a classic movie section anymore. And I said, well, I really need, adopted a senior, and these young kids were so excited that I had adopted the senior, and they went all over the store picking out movies for me, and it was really, really it was really enjoyable. But it's interesting because some people do adopt a senior individually, and then others actually adopt, a department will get together and adopt a senior, or two people will get together and adopt a senior. And so people just sort of form their own ways to, contribute to Project CARE.
Well, and that's what makes it so nice, actually.
Right.
But sometimes our giving is a little abstract, but when it's face-to-face, you really get to know what a person needs, whether it is, as we saw this morning, a broom and a dustpan, as simple as that, or maybe a mobile chair. We've seen all sorts of things.
Right.
But it's a wonderful thing. So now, do the employees sign up for this here, or are they encouraged to do so, or are they arm wrestling in the hall?
Well, it's so interesting because it's overwhelming.
Really?
It's overwhelming. People are calling. We start collecting the names on the list. And really the interesting part, which we want to work out with the Department of Aging next year, we continue to get calls after the seniors have all been assigned. So we had many, many more people than we could actually use to give gifts to seniors. So that's something so we really had oversupply of volunteers for our seniors. So we want to work on that.
Well, that's a good thing. 10,000 people every day are retiring, so we're going to have a big pool of seniors who may be in need.
Right.
But it's a wonderful thing that you're doing, and kudos to you and all the employees who participated. Now, this isn't the only program devoted to seniors that the DWP maintains, correct?
We actually have a lot of different programs for seniors at DWP. So we really do have an affinity to help our elderly customers. We have a program called Lifeline.
Yes.
We have a low-income program for seniors, and we even have a refrigerator exchange program. If you qualify for one of those programs, we will exchange a refrigerator for you. So if people want to find out about that, of course, they can go to our website or they can dial DWP. But we do really try to reach out to our senior community. We think it's really important because we are, as DWP, a part of the community.
Well, I'm so glad you shared that with us. Thank you again.
Sure, no problem. Thank you.
We're here again at the DWP offices in downtown LA, and I want to introduce you to Renee Anderson, one of this year's volunteers with Project CARE. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So tell me about your first year's experience.
It was very pleasant. We had so many of the employees to volunteer to sponsor our seniors this year, and I worked with Heather Herrera, who was the coordinator for the department this year, and I assisted her in receiving the packages and the gifts for our seniors.
Well, and you were piling gifts from the ceiling to the floor.
We had several offices full of gifts, and they were separated by the different locations that they would go to, and they were stacked really high. It was very generous.
That's fun. Now, you and Heather, you adopted an elderly lady named Olivia, was it?
Exactly. My coworker and I adopted an 83-year-old lady, Olivia, and she requested very simple items, a reading lamp, and other things. There were some seniors that requested robes and house slippers, just, essential items for living and making their lives comfortable, as well as hand towels, and some of the employees gave gift cards to grocery stores or CVS, just different generous items.
It's amazing how different the needs are and what can become very important to a senior who may be shut in and maybe no families around.
Absolutely.
This is why Project CARE works so well, and it's so important to reach out into the community. So often people say, oh, the DWP is this monster monolith and nobody talks. And they go, no, there are people there.
Yeah, absolutely. And the people had such a spirit of giving this year. There were such a range of items that varied, and I mean Department of Water and Power employees came through in a big way. Even our field crew, the guys in the field crew, we had a crew to come in vans that helped carry all the items over to the Department of Aging, and they made 2 trips. The vans were full of just items that they delivered for us as well.
This was a top-to-bottom enterprise
Absolutely,
for DWP,
absolutely.
and we sure appreciate it. Anyway, Renee, thank you for taking the time to talk to us today, and we'll see you again next year.
Absolutely. Thank you again.
All right, thank you. We are here at the Toyota Museum in Torrance, California, and I want to introduce you to Dana Hayward, whose title starts with the National Administrator and is much longer than that. But Dana, welcome to our show.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. We're so pleased to be able to visit with you because the commitment to the Toyota Lexus employees for Project CARE has been very heartwarming.
Well, thank you very much. You know, it's truly been our pleasure. I mean, helping the elderly, it's a concern that all of us have. You know, it's an opportunity to do some good in the community. It's also an opportunity to reach a group that sometimes we forget around the holiday season. So.
Yes, indeed. And I know the seniors appreciate it. Also with us today is Tina LeBlanc.
Yes.
Thank you. Welcome, Tina. And you were intimately involved with Project CARE because you brought the program in from the Inland Empire.
Yes, we started at Toyota. It was still Toyota, but it was in Ontario. And I approached Dana and I told her about the project. And one of Toyota's core initiative is respect for people and allowing us to have the opportunity to go in the community. And they don't just sell cars. They take care of their community.
Well, now, people want to know how the program works. Our seniors sign up at multi-purpose centers, and then they're paired off with individual employees, correct?
That is correct. I approached Dana, and we had started off with 50 wish lists, and then we went to 75, then to 100. Then I kept calling, we went to 125, and we actually had a total of probably about 200 seniors, and we still have individuals calling and say, how do we participate?
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, it's one of those things I noticed with the DWP employees. They had that same sort of, wait a minute, this is a good thing. This is personal and face-to-face. Did you have an opportunity to gift wrap the presents and stuff like that, Tina?
Well, I even had a bigger opportunity than that. You know, I actually went out and shopped for a couple of seniors that I adopted, but I also adopted the adoptees of a couple of our group vice presidents and actually did the shopping for them also. So I spent a lot of time in a lot of stores. I ended up shopping for at least 8 seniors.
Oh, great.
And I can honestly tell you that was a task.
Yes.
But we were able to get everything that they wanted on their wish list, and they were basic items like blankets and pillows and things like that.
Sure.
So, you know, it felt good doing it. And it was probably one of the first times I actually truly enjoyed shopping because I knew where the gifts were going and what they meant to the people who were going to receive them.
I know I was startled when I saw the wish list that when the seniors would fill them out. They were small things. A broom and a dustpan, and as you said, a blanket or robe and slippers, and you go, gosh, you know, you think of your family life. Those were the presents you exchanged with your elderly members of your family. Well, we are so proud of the efforts of Toyota and the Lexus family, and you two specifically. And on behalf of all of these seniors, thank you so much, and thanks for visiting with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity.
Well, you bet. It's much deserved. And let's do it again next year.
Most definitely. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We're here at the headquarters of MAOF. That's the Mexican American Opportunity Foundation. Let's hear from Martin Castro, the president and CEO, as he addresses the recipients of Project CARE's gift-giving program.
Well, welcome once again to our annual luncheon. I am Martin Castro. I'm the CEO of the Mexican American Opportunity Foundation, more commonly known as MAOF. MAOF has been participating for the last 6 years in Project CARE. This is a vital program that links seniors in need with a gift that improves their quality of life. Today we're recognizing 75 seniors. So on behalf of our board of directors, we want to thank the LA City Department of Aging. We want to thank all of the city departments within LA City. And more importantly, we want to say a special thank you to each of the city employees for adopting a senior today. We have truly made their day. Thank you very much.
And then the high point of the day came when the presents were distributed by Elizabeth Jimenez. Hello,
Hello.
Estela Lopez.
Yes, my name is Estela Lopez.
It's so nice to meet you.
Thank
So,
you.
can you tell me, Estelle, what kind of gift you asked for this year?
I asked for frying pan.
Frying
I give
pan.
frying pan because it's something that is very light and I have to use that every day. And I wish that.
Well, it's wonderful that Project CARE was able to take care of your request. Now, is there anything you'd like to say to the people at Project CARE?
Well, I want to say that it's very nice of them and I want to thank them very much because this is something that it comes from their hearts and I appreciate it very much and I want to thank them again and again for that.
Thank you, Estelle. Ellen, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Now, I see a gift here in front of you. What did you
I
request
asked
this
for a
year?
cordless phone
Yes?
because the phone I have, I can't carry it with me.
Right, and you have to get up and
I have to get up
answer
and
it.
get it. So, when I'm busy doing something in the kitchen or I'm in the bedroom, I have to run to the front room. So this way I can carry the phone with me.
Well, it's a very practical
So-
present. Good, and I'm so glad that Project CARE was able to get your wish list and help you this season.
Well, I wanted to thank them for giving me this phone because I know it's going to help me a lot,
Great.
in my daily living
I
chores
understand.
and everything.
Well, Helen, I know the people at Project CARE are going to be tickled to hear that.
That makes me happy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Helen.
you, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, dear.
My name is Sandra King, and I'm the president of the board for the Los Angeles Foundation on Aging. The mission of the Los Angeles Foundation is to develop programs that address the unmet needs of older adults living in Los Angeles. Our programs include both Project CARE and special Thanksgiving meals via the Meals on Wheels program. As you've just seen, Project CARE impacts the lives of older adults in our community. As well, with our Thanksgiving program, we serve homebound seniors, seniors participating in nutrition programs, and homeless seniors. At this time, I want to recognize the city departments for their participation and to thank each employee that contributed time and money to make a difference in the lives of our seniors. But we at the Los Angeles Foundation can't achieve our mission alone. Please help us with your contribution or by involving your company directly in Project CARE by calling 1-800-510-2020 and inquiring how your organization can adopt a Project CARE senior today. Remember, Project CARE is not only about improving the quality of life of a senior, it's about recognizing the older adults in our community and reminding them that we truly care. Thank you very much.
I'm Susie Rodriguez Shapiro, and I'm a gerontologist with the Department of Aging. Welcome to Caregiver Corner. Today we're going to talk about caregiver stress and the toll that it can take on people when they become overwhelmed. Whether it's caring for someone for a long-term illness like Alzheimer's or some other type of dementia, or a short-term illness that requires hospitalization. We need to look at what it can do to a person's high blood pressure when it's not taken care of. The muscle aches that come, the tenseness that people feel in their body aches. Sleep disturbances, either because you're not getting enough sleep or you're wanting to sleep too much. Anxiety. Anxiety becomes a real issue about anything and everything, causing people to become more argumentative and more difficult to deal with. Depression, and the overall sense of being more susceptible to illness. When a person doesn't feel well and disease comes into the body, pay attention to the fact that the word disease comes from two words, dis-ease, meaning that you are not at ease. So what can you do to help that? Well, we suggest that something as simple as taking deep breaths. When you feel overwhelmed and like you just can't handle it anymore, step away from the situation, take some deep breaths, hold them for a second, and then release. Also, we recommend that you exercise, something as simple as just walking around and getting some fresh air. Getting fresh oxygen into your brain is very helpful by taking those deep breaths. We also remind you that it's important to eat healthy, that you need to take time to eat healthy choices for yourself, scheduling time for yourself, and demanding less of yourself. You need to demand less and accept help from others. Oftentimes, caregivers feel no one can do this as well as I can, and you may be right, but many people can do it well enough to give you a little bit of a break. Let's talk about something like holidays. When holidays or special occasions come up, like a significant birthday or graduation, a wedding, something of that sort, how can the caregiver also remain involved in the activities of the family so that they can also stay connected to the family? Staying connected is very important. And depending on what type of a support network you might have within the family, you can rotate so that some people stay with the care receiver while the caregiver goes away. Sometimes the hospitals or the assisted living facilities or the convalescent homes are also very generous in allowing the family to come and celebrate there. What you need to do is just ask in advance, get their concurrence, and find out what kind of restrictions they may have. In many cases, it's just a matter of making sure that it's open to anyone else who walks into that common area so that whoever comes in can also be part of that celebration. Ask the facility, and they'll be happy to help you with it. Overall, we remind you that it's important for the caregiver to take care of themselves in order to be able to be more helpful to the entire family, including the care receiver. So that's it for today. We look forward to seeing you at the next Caregiver Corner.
The Los Angeles City Department of Aging was recently honored by the National Association of Area Agencies on Aging by receiving the top prize in innovation for Project CARE. The department is very proud of the program and the city employees that participated. I'm Paul Peterson. See you next time on Aging Well in LA.